Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily tarot predictions. This is for December the 12th, which is Wednesday. And we are going to go ahead and start right off the bat with Aries first. Okay, so Aries for December 12th. What you guys have coming up with for December 12th is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Aries, what you have going on is you are cutting something out of your experience or out of your life on Wednesday. And I feel like there's some kind of new epiphany, or a new epiphany is like a new thought that whenever this thought comes in, it impacts not just one part of your life, but a whole lot of different parts of your life. And I think when this new thought comes in, it actually causes you to see from a different perspective. So that something that you thought was important before, now you're not seeing it as so important anymore. And maybe you're even seeing it as something that holds you back instead of moves you forward. And so you're cutting that out of your existence, whatever that might be. Okay. So that is for Aries. Hello there, Tiffany James. Good morning, Ms. Lisa. Hello, hello. Up next, we have Taurus for Wednesday, December the 12th. Taurus, I feel like you're dotting every I and crossing every T, making sure that you've got all the details about a particular project or thing in line. There's just something that somebody is evaluating you on, and you are making sure that they have nothing but good things to say about you after this evaluation. Let's take a peek at your card, too, while we're at it. So, Taurus, what you have coming up is the Queen of Cups. This is somebody that you will be interacting with. She is probably going to be a water sign, although it may be like in her rising sign, which you may or may not be aware of. But more likely than not, this is going to be a female, and this is somebody who is really good at sort of living by faith. Seems like she's constantly taking a leap of faith, a leap of faith, a leap of faith. And I think, Taurus, this can be, depending what other signs you have in your chart, this might be something that is a little bit foreign to you or a little bit outlandish to think about. But what's going on here in this interaction is she's sharing with you. I'm really getting the good view of all these little sparkly bubbles, spirit bubbles, magic bubbles. She's sharing with you the magic of being able to go leap of faith, leap of faith, leap of faith, follow your intuition. Water signs typically are really keyed in on their intuition, and typically they make decisions more based on their intuition than logic. And so I think, Taurus, that she's going to be really sharing with you the magic of being able to do that. I'm kind of getting a mixed message here about whether you're going to appreciate that message or whether you're going to be like, that's what that one is. There's all kinds of reactions coming from you guys to this person. So some of you are going to be respecting where she comes from. Others of you won't. All right, let's see. Next, we're going to look at Gemini. Gemini for Wednesday, the 12th of December. Gemini, you have some kind of low-key excitement going on. It's like excitement that you've got on a slow simmer. Something that you're excited about that's coming up, maybe not in the immediate future, but you know it is coming up in the not so far distant future as well. And so that excitement's kind of on the back burner for now, but it's not completely gone away. It's only going to build as you go. Let's see what kind of cards you have, Gemini. Wow. 2 Queens of Cups right away. Gemini, though, here's the difference between you and Taurus. I don't feel like this is someone you're interacting with. I feel like this is somebody whose attributes you are conveying on Wednesday. I feel like you're very much in control of your emotions. You're able to feel very comfortable with your emotions on Wednesday, and you're also able to express your emotions to other people in ways so that they can understand them. In non-threatening ways is what I'm hearing. You know, different emotions can make people feel threatened. Some people feel threatened whenever we express anger. Some people feel threatened when we express love. So you're expressing your emotions, Gemini, on Wednesday, and you're doing it in some kind of non-threatening way. All right, let's look at Cancer next. Cancer for Wednesday, December the 12th. Monserrata, welcome back. Ascend, glad you're here today. The gang's all piling in. Thank you for the thumbs ups, guys. I appreciate that. All right, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. La da da da, la da da da. Cancers, I feel like on Wednesday it could be really easy for you guys to focus in on one particular thing and sort of make a mountain out of a molehill. In other words, make this way more important than what it really is. The advice with what I'm seeing here is that it's a really good thing if you can make sure that you give yourself a chance to step back and get the big picture. Can I check in and see what the big picture is? Don't focus so much on just one little detail. All right, so that's for Cancers. LRKK, hello, hello. Now we'll pull your card. So Cancer, Cancer, look what you have here. You've got the Archer. The Archer is a very focused card, by the way. This is talking about that there is something that you're focused on. You've probably even not only focused with your own energy and effort, but you've called on Spirit to help you with whatever this thing is. This is a victory card, okay? And what I was seeing you focused on is some like little black dot, like you just wanted to totally disseminate some little black dot. And so you don't want to spend too much time and energy on the black dot, those things that are not so important, because you have a victory coming up, and this is a victory that is combined. It's you plus Spirit plus probably also some other people that are achieving this victory. So the thing about it is, if you focus on the negative things or the black dots, so to speak, you can throw yourself off track. You don't want to throw yourself off track. Let this victory come in. Don't focus on the negatives. Keep your eye on the big picture. Okay, that's for Cancers. La da 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 da. Let's take a peek at Leo now. Leo, Leo. This is for Wednesday, December the 12th. 12-12. Leos, I feel like I've got this energy of you of starting over, like again and again on Wednesday. So you may be doing some kind of repetitive work. Maybe you're putting together some kind of crafty thing for Christmas and you're making, I don't know, 32 of them. And so you're doing things over and over and over and over to get these things made. Or it could be that you're starting something new and you're thinking that, okay, you know, I've really got this going now. I'm getting my groove together. Things are going to happen now. And you're sort of finding yourself beating your head against the wall and going, you know what? Let me try that again. Let me try that again. Because when I'm looking at the date and that 12-12, what I was getting was 1, 2, 1, 2, like one step, two step, one step, two step, one step, two step. So you're either doing like the same thing over and over, or you're starting back over several different times and not getting very far on something. And I think that's going to be different for each of you Leos. You know, some of you are going to have one of those ways, some of you are going to have the other. And let's see what your card has to say. Oh, I bet what you're doing is repetitive for most of you, because look what we have. We have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles does talk about working. The The other thing that this can talk about is it can talk about things working out. So if you're working things out in a relationship, this could be showing up as well. But I've got to tell you, between those two messages, I really think this is about working and doing something repetitive at work is what's showing up here for you guys. At least for most of you. This is, by the way, a general reading, which means not everything I see here will apply to every single person. Just the way it is. La da da da, la da 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 da. LRKK, did I tell you hello? I'm glad you're here. I hope I didn't skip you earlier. I was just looking at the screen and realized, wait, I didn't know LRKK was here. All right, Virgo. Virgos, whenever I think about you as I'm shuffling, I'm hearing the words deluxe chair holder. Not exactly sure what that means. I would say a deluxe chair might be a throne. You may be reigning over something, whether it's some type of meeting or whether it's some kind of family gathering. Not exactly sure. Whatever's going on, though, I think you've got some kind of deluxe seat somewhere. You never know what might come up in a reading. All right, Virgo. It would be great if some of you would drop a comment down below to let me know what deluxe chair holder actually means in your life. Okay, so your card is the Magician. Now, the Magician tells me about manifesting those things that you want. I'm kind of wondering if you guys aren't getting some amazing concert seats somewhere. Great concert tickets with amazing seating or something. But definitely, Virgos, when we have the Magician show up, this does talk about that you are manifesting the things that you want in life. You're taking those things that you have at hand and using those to create those things that you want. It's a really nice manifestation card. It is more of a male energy type manifestation. So this is more of doing instead of the more receptive version of manifestation. Okay, so that's for Virgos. Excuse me, I just keep having to wet my whistle so I can keep going here. Next up we have Libras. Libras. Now this is Libras for Wednesday, December the 12th. Libras, it comes up to me that there is a particular situation in your life that doesn't feel like it's been fair and balanced for a while. And I think that on the 12th, you are coming to the conclusion that it is time to get that back into balance. And you will be taking action to do that. And as I'm talking about that, I had a whole bunch of cards full. I can't read this many. Yeah, that's 5 cards. So 5 cards tells me that Libras actually could use a reading, which means I am expecting to see some of you on Tuesday for readings, whether it's on Skype or on the phone or in person. Just saying. I do want to pick just one of these cards to talk about, so I'm going to pick... Actually, I want to pick 2 of these cards to talk about, so I'm going to pick the heaviest 2. There we go. And when I say the heaviest 2, what I mean is literally the heaviest 2. Spirit makes cards feel heavier to me, even though they're all the same. And that's how I know which card to pick when I've got a situation like that. Huh. Okay, Libras, here's your cards. No wonder you guys need a reading. High Priestess in reverse does talk to me about confusion. This is the kind of confusion where you just don't even know up from down. This can be that somebody is playing mind games with you. This can be that you're just getting partial information on something. This can be that you're just so new to some kind of process or a situation that you just don't even know up from down. Okay. When we've got the High Priestess in reverse, somebody is throwing your intuition off. You know, maybe your intuition is telling you one thing and they're saying something else, and so you're like, huh? I thought my gut instincts were better than that. All right. I kind of say trust your gut instincts. That's more what I lean with. Usually works out better. Then you've also got this Knight of Clubs coming in reverse. Now, a Knight of Clubs in reverse is somebody who is fickle and hard to keep up with. I don't think a Knight of Clubs generally intends to play mind games, but I think that they have a hard time knowing what is up and down. So if you're trying to take your cues from this person to figure out which way is up and down, you're not going to get any kind of usable cues. Because generally this type of person, like one time that you talk to them, they can be 100% going one direction and passionately. And then you might talk to them as quickly as 20 minutes later, and they're headed completely the opposite direction and just as passionately as they were going the other one. So no big surprise when you've got a Knight of Cups in reverse to see the High Priestess come up in reverse. There's somebody who's acting in a way that is making you feel absolutely confused. I almost said beyond confused, but I don't think that you can get beyond confused. But there's somebody who is in your sphere of influence that has you topsy-turvy, okay? That's Libras. By the way, guys, you know I love to do readings. I can help you figure this stuff out. Just saying. All right, next up, let's look at Scorpio. This is going to be Scorpio for Wednesday, December the 12th. Hey, hey, Willie Dogs Mama. Glad to see you here, my dear. How you doing? Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpios, I think that it's interesting. I'm kind of actually sorting through what I think. What I'm seeing whenever I look in my mind to see about a message for us, and maybe it's just harder because I'm a Scorpio, but what I'm seeing is like 3 sharp points sticking out of the ground. And they're not in any kind of place that looks like a battlefield or anything. It just looks like straight up a yard where you would, walk around and do things and have fun. So I think what's going on Scorpio tomorrow is we're more or less walking through like a minefield. And I feel like this is an emotional thing, even though we have the blades, which would indicate like swords or air. But I think this is kind of an emotional minefield that we're walking around in on Wednesday. And I almost feel like there's somebody who is intentionally trying to, and I'm not a paranoid type of person, but I feel like there's somebody who is intentionally trying to set us up to injure ourselves emotionally. That's really what I'm getting here. So, this could be somebody that's playing mind games with us. This could be somebody that is maybe kind of on the fringes of our experience, that is sort of trying to insert something into our experience that would make us trigger a little bit. Or maybe this could be something like an ex who is trying to get our attention and see how we react. This could be an ex, or doesn't even have to be an ex, but somebody who is trying to get some kind of emotional response from us. And I kind of have the sense, the way these blades are showing up, that this is not something that we would necessarily expect. Like, this is not something that we would go, oh yeah, that person always does that. It's kind of out of the blue. Okay. So we just want to be aware somebody is trying to sort of set us up emotionally, and we want to kind of tune out the mind games that may be coming our way. All right, so let's look at our card now. Glad to hear that you are pretty good, Willie Dog's Mama. Okay, so we do have the 2 of Arrows showing up here. Look at that. Isn't that interesting that she's blindfolded and we have something coming up out of the blue? This would normally be like my decision card, making a decision and basically basing it on gut instinct. And I think that's what we're going to have to do, Scorpio. I think our actions on Wednesday are going to have to be mostly based on instinct or intuition. I think that things will be, not everything, but there will be certain things that are set up around us in such a way as to present an illusion that might cause a reaction from us. So if we run across something like that and our instinct is saying, yeah, it looks like that, but things aren't always as they seem, then we should trust that instinct about what's really going on here. Okay. I am also picking up a little bit of jealousy that's mixed in with this. So that may be like a motivator of why somebody would do something like this. So it's just really important for us to stay grounded and stable. And at that point of things are not always what they look like. So let's not react to just what they look like. Okay. So that's for Scorpios. You're cool, Willie Dog's mama. All right. Happy birthday, Sagittarians. You guys are up next for December the 12th, Wednesday. By the way, Mom, if you watch this video, happy birthday. Let's see what comes up for Sagittarians. Those of you who would like to get a birthday discount, all you have to do is get a hold of me while it's still Sagittarian sun sign time. And you get a 25% discount on any live reading that you get with me, as long as you're Sagittarian and you schedule that during your sun sign time. Okay, so what is your card? Sagittarius, you guys have the Ace of Wands showing up here. Ace of Wands just tells me that you have some kind of new and exciting and enterprising idea. This can be an idea about a Christmas gift. This can be an idea about a work project or a business project. This can also be an idea about wedding plans, some kind of personal project or hobby. But you have some kind of new and exciting idea that you would really like to be able to follow up on, Sagittarius, on Wednesday. La da 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 da, la da da da. Okay, so next up, we're going to be looking at Capricorns for Wednesday, December the 12th. While I'm shuffling for you, Capricorns, let me just remind everybody that if you would like to schedule a private reading with me or a Reiki session or a 1 or 2 question recorded reading, all you have to do is check out my website, get my contact information from there, get a hold of me, and we'll get you taken care of quickly. My website is www.amista, amista.info. Once you're on my website, you can get my contact information, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, so this is Capricorn. Capricorns, what you have is the Queen of Pentacles showing up in reverse. This does tell me that there is somebody that you've been generous with in your life, whether that has been with finances, energy, time, effort, etc. The reason you were generous with this person was that you were hoping to help them to move forward in some positive direction in their life through your generosity. However, now what's going on is you're realizing that that generosity has done nothing but enable this person or cripple them and keep them from moving forward because they're looking at you as their source instead of looking at how they can become more of their own source. So what you're doing now is you are cutting off that generosity because you really do care about this person and you want them to be able to become self-sufficient. That's for Capricorns. It's called tough love is what I'm hearing. Aquarius. Let's look at you guys for Wednesday, December the 12th. Oh, your daughter's birthday was yesterday. Cool. La da 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 da. Okay, so Aquarius, what you have here is the Three of Cups showing up in reverse. It's an interesting message that I'm getting with this card this time. Aquarians, I think what's going on is the people that you are used to having around you, maybe even in your closest circle, probably in one of your closer circles, that they are kind of wandering off. That's the words I want to use. So this can be about people going out of town for Christmas or some other holiday, or maybe they're going out of town for business. Doesn't have to be Christmas. But I feel like you're feeling a little bit alone, Aquarius, on Wednesday. You're feeling like all your friends are not here, and where are they, and how did this even happen that you're by yourself? Okay. And I have to say, I kind of echo that sentiment. Like for an Aquarius, how does that even happen that you end up by yourself? All right, so last but not least, oh, cool. 27 is a good age. Last but not least, let's look at Pisces. This is Pisces for December the 12th, Wednesday. Pisces, I feel like you are trying really hard to keep the peace on Wednesday. There are some things that you would like to say to some people. You would like to tell them that they just need to go jump in a lake and cool off. But I hear you almost like chanting encouragement to yourself about keeping the peace. Don't say anything. Don't rock the boat. Holidays are coming. So definitely trying to avoid confrontation, even though there's plenty of reason to have confrontation on Wednesday. Oh, hey, Miss Angela, we're almost at the end. You'll have to go back and slide back and hit Libra and Virgo. Pisces. Look at this. This really ties in with what I said. Okay, so Pisces, this card talks about making some kind of transformation or a change. It talks about that you know that you should make some kind of transformation or a change, that would make your life so much easier, so much better, so much more productive. However, you don't want to rock the boat. And because you're trying to keep the peace, you don't want to rock the boat, and you're not sure what kind of things these changes will bring, you are procrastinating on making these changes. What I can tell you, Pisces, when this card comes in like this, these changes are happening. Thank you very much. And if you don't allow them to happen, they will be pushed through by the universe. Easier, honestly, for you to embrace this type of change than to try to hold it back. You're just kind of prolonging the agony if you try to hold it back. Because if you embrace it, then you can actually make this change. And then as that change takes more effect in your life, you come into that place of newfound stability, newfound wisdom, much more quickly than if you try to just keep this at bay. Okay? Basically, what happens is if you have a change like this that you know you need to make things better in your life, and you refuse to make it, sooner or later you force the Tower card to show up, because the universe will feel forced to change things for you. So I always advise, take care of business. If you know you have a change you need to make so things can be better in your life, make the change. Do it on your own terms. That's my advice for that. This energy shows that you're not, that you're trying to just keep the peace. And so because of that, you are not wanting to make that change. Never what I would actually advise based on what I see from talking to people in readings and doing the cards and seeing people's lives. All right. So anyway, that covers everyone. Right? I figured Willie Dog's Mama. Thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out. Thank you to those of you who have given thumbs up here. Also to those of you who have shared this video. Those of you who have ordered readings and Reiki sessions. Thank you for all of your support. It is because of all of you getting me out in front of all of others that I am able to do what I do for a living. And I'm very happy to be able to do that. So thank you very much to all of you. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all on the next video. Peace out.